Hello everyone and welcome. I'm YouTube Review and I'm starting a new series called YouTube Review because I'm sure that many of you, just like me, grew up watching YouTube as much as or even more than TV or movies. And I noticed despite a lot of people growing up with YouTube, you don't see many people reviewing videos or channels like critics do for TV and movies. So I figured that I might as well do it. I'll be reviewing channels based on 3 criteria: the style of the channel, the content upload frequency and quality, and finally the personality behind the channel, or the person running the channel. Each of these will be reviewed on a 1 to 10 scale, and the final ranking of the channel will be the average of these 3 rankings. Alright, now that I'm done explaining how I'll review the channel, let's discuss the channel I'll be reviewing. And I know for my inaugural video I should be reviewing a more popular YouTuber like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast or someone of the sort, but I decided to go with someone who blew up during this quarantine, and that is Marbula 1, or Jelle's Marbula Runs. Marbula 1 is a channel that fulfills a very particular niche that appears to be very popular, actually: marble racing, as you could have guessed. During quarantine, where all sports have been canceled, Marbula 1 it's really come through with some pulse-pounding, edge-of-your-seat marble racing action, baby. This is a good spot to get into our first criteria: the style of the channel.
Style section. At the boom. Get style. Get ready for the style. It's the style section. At boom.
You may be shocked, but surprisingly the channel is very stylized, going for a professional sports look, similar to that of the NFL or NBA. Let's take a look at the opening of a Marbula 1 race. The production of the intro was actually very good, and I like that the marble contestants are shown before watching the race. It kind of gets you accustomed to the competitors, even though they're, not real competitors, they're just marbles. But it gives them a little personality that wouldn't have been there if you hadn't given them that intro. Another aspect of the stylization of Marbula 1 is the track itself. Marbula 1 has a variety of tracks on which the marble contestants can race, often reusing obstacles or course components. You can also see the bleachers full of marbles cheering for their own team. This gives a good sense of a sporting environment, similar to what you'd see at an NBA game, NFL, Premier League. Any of those, you would see people in the bleachers, and for Marbula 1 it's the same. But to truly get a good sense of Marbula 1's style and to fairly rate it, you have to put it up against another popular YouTube marble racing channel. And yes, I know what you're saying. Is there actually another large? Before you finish, yes, there is another large marble racing channel on YouTube. Let's compare Marbula 1 race to a few Beckham marble run race.
And we're rolling! Around the turn, Origin in the top spot as they begin to build momentum. Around the outside, we get a little look from Waspy, who takes second place. Origin stretching up into the lead as they begin the twisty bit through sector number 1 to sector 2. And in the hive, if you stay off the walls, you're going to have a lot of speed on the exit. And the
rolling in the final race of the marble circuits. It is Loose Wheel out into front, the first one to take the lead. so far. It's Peppers in second, followed by Pink Pearl. A little bit of a jump there. She's
Looking at these two side by side, you may think that they were made by the same person if you had no prior information on the channels. They're very similar in a lot of ways. The marbles, the teams, the tracks. However, Marbula 1 has a blue motif while Fubeca goes for more of a green color palette. Other than that, the tracks in Marbula 1 look a lot cleaner aesthetically, and the intro to Marbula 1 looks a lot cleaner as well. So, for aesthetically, Marbula 1 edges out Fubeca Marble Races very slightly. Marbula 1's style is better than the average Marble Race channel, but not so much that it's the hallmark of all marble racing in the world. So, for this Marbula 1 style, it's a solid 6 out of 10. We're giving this one a 6er.
6 out of 10, baby.
Now, I'm not trying to be harsh with my rating here. I know people may say that a 6 is a little too low for Marbula 1. What I'm viewing this as is Marbula 1 is not really a trendsetter. However, it's a little better than Fubeca's Marble Run and a couple other marble channels I checked out. So I think a little better than average, 6 out of 10. That's a good rating for Marbula 1 style. Now that we've discussed the style of Marbula 1, let's look at the upload frequency and quality.
Content, upload frequency, quality.
Marbula 1 uploads a video every week, often a continuation of previous races or the next race in a series. This is a pretty good frequency for uploading videos considering the content that the channel puts out, marble races and all. Having to come up with new tracks, new gimmicks every week must be difficult. So having a video every week is pretty admirable. Now, comparing this again to Fubeca's Marble Runs, it appears as though Fubeca uploads more often but more erratically as well, so it doesn't seem that there's a solid schedule in place for Fubeca's Marble Runs as opposed to Marbula 1's schedule, which is every week. However, I mean, Marbula 1 is the gold standard when it comes to marble racing on YouTube, so the quality of the uploads for Fubeca's Marble Run is a little bit worse, but we'll get into the quality right now for Marbula 1. Now, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. When you watch a lot of marble races like I did for this video, they'll start to blend together somewhat. Despite this, Marbula 1 is able to constantly improve their video quality, with higher production value shown in the intro, variety in content such as regular Marbula 1 track racing, sand racing, and themed events. Despite marble racing as a concept seeming like it should have run its course by now, Marbula 1 keeps their videos entertaining with each upload. Taking into account the upload frequency and the quality of Marbula 1's content, I can't see that giving them anything lower than an 8 out of 10 for this criteria would be fair. So, for content frequency and upload, Marbula 1, you get a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Okay. It's time to transition into our final criteria. The personality behind the channel.
Personality.
Now, at first glance, you may think that the personality behind the channel is the titular Jelle, and in a way, you're right. Jelle does put together all the tracks, and he is the one that physically races the marbles. But if you want to see the real personality behind Marbula 1, you have to turn to the commentator, Greg Woods. Much like Joe Rogan for the UFC or Mike Breen for the NBA, Greg Woods is Marbula 1's own commentating personality. And let me tell you, he is indispensable when it comes to my Marbula 1 racing enjoyment. Greg Woods' voice has become so iconic within the YouTube marble racing world that I simply could not imagine someone else announcing my marble races. Sorry, Fubeca's Marble Runs. There's no competition within this category. Well, there isn't really anything funny or witty about Greg Woods commentating. It's perfect for the channel. Marbula 1 is going for professional sports feel, similar to that of the NBA or NFL. Therefore, you would want a commentator fitting of a professional sport. This is where the personality of the channel really shines. Let's take a short listen to some of Greg Wood's commentary on a marble race.
Trying to size up Nemo. Wispy also trying to get racy, but a train developing behind. To the outside, again goes Nemo and loses second place to Origin. Tries to get it back off the chevron and does. Great racing by Nemo and Origin. And Nemo is now setting sights on Smoggy as we head into the final lap.
I can tell you, a lot of people come back to this channel for the commentary as well as the races, because Greg Wood's commentary is professional, concise, and in a way comforting. And how could you not love when he talks about the O-Rangers? Now, it's hard to rank a personality, but compared to Fubeca, Greg Wood's personality is amazing. So considering how iconic Wood's voice is, I'll have to give Marbula 1's personality a 9 out of 10. Boom bada bip, 9 out of 10. Here we are at the end of the review. Marbula 1 is not only a good channel, but a great channel. It excels within its specific niche, and at this point, it's at the top of its class in marble racing. After tallying up the rankings, we get, drumroll please, a 7.6, rounded out to an 8. Boom, our first ranking in the books. That's it, Marbula 1 gets a solid 8 out of 10. Now, this is a good ranking. This is a very good ranking. Marbula 1 has proven itself to be a great channel that everyone here should watch. And if you have any recommendations for the next channel I should review, leave them in the comments. I'd love to review the recommended channels. But for the time being, I've been YouTube Review, and look forward to the next review.